Don't let them sell. Don't let them tell you to sell your great grandma crib or your grandma crib. Don't let them tell you to do that shit. That
Family
property is
or
that
just
that property is worth money, man.
yep. They gonna talk you down on the price to make you feel like that's all you could get for it.
Because they're gonna give it to you up front.
Yep. Instead, get it appraised. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever repairs you can afford to make to it, get them done.
Yeah.
Keep it in the family.
Don't give up them homes. I remember when it first started happening 10, 15 years ago. I was like, man, don't get that shit up.
So my grandma, like one of the last people on her block, her and maybe like 3 other neighbors, the last on her block to be like some of the original homeowners in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Because there used to be a lot of white people when I was a kid. Over on 70th and Union and shit like that. There used to be a lot of white people over there when I was a shorty.
No, man, you can't give up them homes, man.
Now it's vacant lots and boarded up buildings and shit. You know what I'm saying? And all of that can't be blamed on crime, bro. But they like to blame it on it.
Man, but I mean, what's up with us, man? Is it a lack of not just leadership, but is it a lack of financial literacy too, where we end up
generation upon generation? Dude, we could have this conversation, but you gotta be prepared for the roller coaster ride we're gonna go down.
Well, I already know how this is gonna go. It's not for me. It's for those who need to be educated. So
I think it's like it's just by design, bro. It's like because you got to keep us at a disadvantage where we're in need. You know what I'm saying? And the best way to kind of do that is kind of to appeal to like the deepest needs of the family. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want they seen a scenario of how we function and how well we can reproduce and how well we can actually provide for our families when we are actual family unit. So you had those scenarios in place that kind of remind you of the Black Wall Streets and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to see that happen again.
no, they don't want that.
What they do is they take all the leadership out of the community, man, and leave nothing but churches and liquor stores. You know what I'm saying? You get all the men out of the household by, you know what I'm saying, offering the incentive of, you know what I'm saying, giving you
more WIC or more welfare or whatever it is, more aid.
Yeah.
We'll give you $500 extra if you get them out the crib.
A lot of these guys being as resourceful as they were worth the steel mill jobs back in the day before you needed to have a fucking high school
degree
or a degree or some shit like that. But what they did was they started adding those as, you know what I'm saying, those had to be the criteria to meet to get those jobs. So a lot of people wasn't working those jobs or getting those jobs anymore until they retired them out. You couldn't walk up in there off the street because you know what I'm saying, you lacking education, but you need to get some money.
And then the next thing they did, especially on the Eastern Seaboard and places like Baltimore, Maryland, you know, they took those jobs and the jobs in the Midwest at the car plants. They took them overseas. So you had areas where Black people were prominent and successful. It went away because now you don't have a job, you don't have the means to take care of your family and provide and protect. You get a lot of Black men out here in these streets drinking liquor and smoking and doing all type of crazy drugs, and the home foundation falls apart.
And you know, everything rises and falls on leadership. If you don't have an entrepreneurial, self-sufficient mindset, then you're raising a family with, you know what I'm saying, whatever mindset you have. Mm-hmm. And that inspires those types of that chain of events that occur. You know what I'm saying? Like your role models. Like young men need role models, bro. Young daughters need role models. And if all you got is like who is like currently around you in that moment in time, and all they can show you is what they got going on in that moment in time based on their reaction to their reality, you get what you get. You know what I'm saying? Like we all kind of like to fantasize and glorify like the good times of Big Mama and stuff like that. But Big Mama, you know what I'm saying, she was maintaining the house that somebody else bought a lot of the times. You know what I'm saying? Granddad bought the house. He just wasn't alive to enjoy it with the rest of the family.
Because he put so much into putting everything into it, make sure that everybody had a roof over their head.
So Big Mama house was really his house.
Big Daddy house, but y'all didn't know that though.
Know that because he was, you know what I'm saying, he worked himself to the bone. And now you don't have no examples of that no more. There ain't too many granddads who are available. You know what I'm saying? Most of the granddads is in jail or dead because of the street life shit. You know what I'm saying? The hustle beyond any means type shit. And that's the whole thing that people don't try to put into consideration because they always try to like demonize activities that poor people partake in. But like hustling is hustling. I don't care where you from, bro. It's like if you all you got is what you got in front of you and you gotta provide, you gotta feed these people over here. A man is gonna do whatever he gotta do to feed them. It ain't about getting no fucking Coogee or no Gucci or no Louis, all that old shit. That's never been the primary objective. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was getting that money so they could feed people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's different now because people don't see it that way. And the reason why they don't see it that way is because history is being rewritten right in front of our face.
Man, it's the same old cycle that we've been doing since the whole hustling era of music came in. The cycle is just going back over again. But let's just say this too, though, man, to the young men and women, hustling, selling dope, and going to jail is not cool. You are literally throwing your life away. You're giving your life away to a prison system that don't give a fuck about you.
Oh, it's actually I feel like I think we had this conversation before when we had the group session with me, you, Tony, Creed. They're corralling us the same way they corral us into sports and entertainment. There's another subset that's being corralled into the prison system. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of like they know that this it's like filtering. They're filtering out.
Yeah. And if you tell them it's a school to prison pipeline.
Yeah. And the filter catches all the good ones and everything else falls through. All the good ones, we'll go ahead and put you to work. We'll give you we'll reward you with money. We'll reward you with opportunities to do this and that and the other because you've been so good. The rest of y'all, if you didn't get funneled over here and corralled into sports and entertainment,
this is all you got.
All you get is this right here. And if you fuck up, you're going to jail. And then we own your ass. You know what I'm saying? And
for every black person that sits in the jail, because there's over 2 million of us, you are worth $60,000 to them, I think, or something like that. Okay. $1 billion industry off of black people sitting in jail cells, because now we can get y'all to create license plates, clothing, you all can sit, furniture, food, everything. We'll get you all to do everything we need for free. Yep. You all to make a pennies a day, 50 cents a day doing this shit. It is not cool to go to jail, man. I understand people got to do what they got to do to survive. I myself have been through it. I understand it, but man, don't let them people take y'all life away like that. Yeah. Find something else to do, man. Find what it is that you love to do, love it, and keep doing it until it gets you to the point where it pays for your success. That's what you should be doing.
Facts.
Don't let these people trick you into them jails, man. You're literally throwing away years of your life sitting around trying to look cool and be hard and be tough in front of a bunch of other motherfuckers that didn't want to be hard and tough to begin with.
Facts.
Don't let them people trick y'all into doing that shit. Don't let this music fuck y'all over like that. That it was all game plan that way. All the shit was game plan. It was the
blueprinted out. It's one of the things where it's like and what it is also is like it's a playbook. You know what I'm saying? We talk about like historically the way whole civilization subjugate its people. They usually do it under these means. It's just we have a longer history of it because this country's founded on it. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is that it's become. I can see the attempts to kind of like crawl out from underneath the dog pile on it and kind of like because we have a generation that's behind us that's like super inclusive and stuff like that. But I don't think that they're aware of. Because I feel like you got to understand your history. You don't got to harp on it. You ain't got to live it. You ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? But understand where you come from. Understand why it matters. And then move forward accordingly. As opposed to like just being blind to it and feeling like, well, because Jared and Becky are so cool and they're such good people that the world can be a better place. If Jared and Becky are being taught bullshit at home, they not going to tell you, hey, my mom and dad are racist. Unless they're made aware that racism is not cool shit or bias is not cool shit. And that's a conversation that just needs to be had. You got to have these tough conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.